Aloha party people, you are listening to Inside the Desert Oasis Room, episode number 133. This episode is sponsored by Tandawai Rum, the world's largest rum producer and winner of over 170 international medals in the past 4 decades. Check out their webpage at tandawaiusa.com or follow them on Facebook or Instagram at tandawaiusa. This episode is sponsored by the Tiki Bar T-Shirt Club, where their monthly T-shirt designs pay tribute to a Polynesian bar or restaurant from days long past. Each design is available for a limited time and will never be produced again. For more information and to check out this month's shirt, visit tikibartshirtclub.com. This podcast is also brought to you by Steadfast Pomade, a strong-holding, medium-bodied styling product for men and women, which leaves your hair looking slick, neat, and shiny with a clean, fresh scent. Order yours today at steadfastpomade.com. On this episode, we chat with Analea Brown. As Island Empire's first Tongan female artist, Analea grew up in a big musical family. In fact, she's even cousins with the Jets. On this episode, we stop by her green room before a sold-out show at the House of Blues to chat about her musical background, her songwriting process, and the meaning and motivation behind her new album, Queendom. As always, I hope you enjoy this episode as much as we did bringing it to you. And if you did, hit that subscribe button. Subscribing makes it easier for you to follow our adventures. Shares on your social media pages are always appreciated, and if you'd like to help support the show, go to desertoasisroom.com to pick up some merch or make a donation. This podcast does not survive without the help of its sponsors or its listeners, so every purchase or donation, no matter the size, is totally appreciated and helps keep this podcast coming to you every week. Okay, here she is, live from the green room at the House of Blues. Give it up for Analea Brown.
Inside the Desert Oasis Room.
You are
Aloha! We are back with another episode of Inside the Desert Oasis Room, and I am here with my homegirl, Analea Brown. Aloha, Analea.
Aloha, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Awesome. I'm so excited to finally get to sit down with you. We tried to do this a couple weeks ago, and we just couldn't make it happen. But now we're here at the House of Blues in Anaheim, and just got to hear that awesome sound check, which I really get to enjoy. Every time I do these things and I get to sit down and watch a sound check, I feel like I'm getting a private concert for myself. You know? So
I love it.
Sounded great. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're sounding really good. I think the people that are going to come see you tonight are going to be in for a big treat.
You know, I hope so. I hope they come ready to have some fun.
Yeah. So let's start from the beginning for our fans, or our listeners, I should say, that are not familiar with your background. At what age did you start singing?
I started singing when I was really young. I grew up singing with my siblings. We all sing. I come from a musical family. I am very close related with the Jets.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm a Wolfgram. So I grew up going to their concerts. And music was just always in my family. So I believe it's in my blood. Yeah.
Especially if you're related to the Jets. I mean, that's a musical family too.
Right.
So siblings, mom, dad, everybody sang in your family?
Everybody sings, yep.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Where did that come from? Was this something that started like in church, or?
You know, it's something that I believe holds our family together. Whenever we get together when growing up, whenever we got together for anything related to family and being together, there was always music involved. So,
nice.
It's always been like
awesome.
that for me. Yeah.
Man, I'd like to be a fly on the wall at one of your parties. I bet that was really neat to see.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah. So now, as an adult, you are a musician, a performer. You're doing this as your career. So
Right.
at what time in your life did you decide to give it a go as your career?
I have been a songwriter for a while now. I got into the music industry, songwriting actually, and I was songwriting for artists, and it wasn't until a couple years ago that I decided I think I want to try being an artist. And so I've always loved, ever since I grew up, I always loved watching people perform on stage, and so finally I felt like it was time to step into that. Was there
a catalyst that made you say, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot? Or was it just something that just naturally happened because it was so much a part of your life?
Yeah, when I had my daughter, she's 6 now, but I had always felt like in the back of my mind, I never wanted her to be afraid or feel like there were limits to what she could do growing up. And so that for me really helped me to make the decision of, hey, you know what, I'm a mom, but I can still pursue my goals, and I can show my daughter that it can be done regardless of your situation.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're showing her that you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
What's the island reggae scene like there?
Salt Lake City is I would say it's a very close-knit city as far as musicians. All of the musicians know each other, and so it's been kind of cool to see the love that is shared between us musicians because we come from the same city. Okay. So yeah, it's really cool.
I don't think of Salt Lake City as really like a hotbed of reggae, though. Is there a reggae scene? Is it common, or is it a little out of the box?
You know, there are a lot more reggae singers now in Salt Lake. There are a lot of the Polynesian community is very big out there, and pretty much anyone that you meet there can sing really well. I think it's a matter of which one of them decides to push to be an artist. But I think everyone there could. Right. But it's really cool. It's been cool to see more and more as the years go on. There are more artists that come up from Salt Lake City. So
okay, cool. One of the things that I've learned about this podcast is whenever I speak with an island reggae performer, and we talk about their tours and stuff, you know, I see like some of the towns that these tours pass through, and I wonder, you know, who's in Des Moines, Iowa listening to island reggae music,
Right.
or who's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And one of the things I learned is that polys are everywhere.
Yes.
And the thing about the singing is, and I remember saying before, geez, like there's so many great island singers,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
It must be in the DNA, you know. There's a lot of soul
so.
and a lot of soul in us Islanders.
Yeah,
you know?
I would agree with you on that.
Right. So, tell us about your songwriting process. What are the influences for your songwriting process? Is this something you learned from your family, or is this something that you learned later on as you grew up into more of a career artist?
Yeah, I grew up around songwriters. A lot of my family write music, but I think I really came into it when I learned how to play the guitar.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I grew up playing sports. And so my senior year of high school, I tore my ACL playing volleyball.
Oh, no.
And it was the beginning of the season. I had planned on using volleyball to get a scholarship, to go to college and do all of that. And that was my path. And so when that happened, my parents, after the surgery, my parents would see me, you know, sitting in bed depressed that I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They bought me a guitar, and I taught myself how to play, and I
Really?
taught myself how to write. So
Wow.
that's how that came about. Yeah.
Do you have any musical influences? Who are the ones that you turn to for your style? Who motivates you?
I have a lot of musical influences. I love Lauryn Hill. I love John Legend, India.Arie. I like the really soulful stuff.
That's the word I was going to use.
Yeah.
Very soulful artists.
But most recently, I've really gotten into country. I've gotten into, you know, the songwriting, the storytelling side, and so it's I would say it's a mixture of a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
And I think it helps in the songwriting process because I write in every genre, to be able to be versatile with artists that I listen to.
When I had Molly on this show, they told me the same thing, that we really like country. And there is a little bit of an influence back and forth, right? Like with lap steel guitar and country music,
Right.
and the storytelling and all of that. And it intermixes so well. And so when you say, like, I want to go back to the songwriting thing, I mean, like when you do this with, when we're talking about the influences that you like, I assume that that's going to be part of, you know, what you're thinking of melodies and things like that when you're writing a song.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think I also pull from experiences that people share with me, which has been really fun.
So lyrics come from the experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does it normally take you to write a song?
It can take me anywhere from 30 minutes. I've finished a song, co-written a song, to, you know, to days, to years. I think that a song is never truly done until you decide to put the pen down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah.
So let's talk about when you write music for other performers. So what about then? Like, how is that different from when you write music for yourself? Do you have to draw from a different kind of inspiration?
Yeah, I do a lot of research. I study everything from their live performances to their websites. Sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, I'll get to talk to them and have conversations with them. A lot of the times I prefer them to be able to tell their story through the music. And so I really try to pull from that and put myself into their situation. That's where that influence comes from.
What I'm also alluding to is that tonight you're performing with Sammy J and Swells.
Yes.
And you have a writing credit.
Yes, I do.
With their music.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Or maybe that's more than a coincidence that you guys are performing tonight.
Yeah,
right?
You know what? It's been fun. A lot of the artists, especially in the reggae community, have just always shown love and have always wanted to collaborate and have always wanted to write together. And I think it always makes for good vibes, a good song, and a good time.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to talk about your new album, Queendom. I love the name, by the way. I just love it. I think that's a really great. It says so much, right?
Thank you.
And what I want our listeners to know is, can you talk about the vision for the album? Why it's called Queendom?
Yeah. A big part of what I do is social media based, and getting to know people is one of my favorite parts of what I do. And so the inspiration for Queendom, for my album Queendom, was a lot of it was stories that women have shared with me. And I think that I definitely, with this album, I wanted to, I felt those stories, even if I hadn't necessarily experienced them. I wanted to share them in a way that was empowering to other women.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so each of those stories is in a song, right?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, like, are there any songs in particular that have special meaning to you? Because for me, I like the message behind Nutter Butter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, you know, like, not to take away from the whole, you know, the theme and the message and all of that of the album, but, like, you know, guys kind of go through that too.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
But talk about that. Is there any songs that in particular that really connect with you more than others?
Yeah, I could say the same. Nutter Butter was a song inspired by women who would feel as if they weren't enough, whether it was the color of their skin, their height, anything.
Right.
I think that in this song, I wanted to tell and remind women and men, I guess I could say,
because you know we feel less than perfect all the time too. You know,
that it's okay to be who you are.
Yeah.
And just to rock it,
I love that.
are.
I love that. It's you're empowering people to feel confident in their own skin.
Thank
with
you.
that song. Yeah, I love that. Now you've got a couple collaborations with a few other artists in the reggae scene, the island reggae scene, like Junior King and Dada Ute. Tell me about how those songs came together. Who wrote the music for that? Did you guys write those together, or did somebody else come up with something that they thought, you know what, Analea Brown, she's the right person for this song?
Yeah, it was a collaborative effort. I definitely wanted to have a couple features on my album, and I went in the studio with Junior King. He did an amazing job. He's an amazing person, and I'm so blessed to be able to have him on my album, to have shared this song with him, and also Dada Ute, who is from Brazil.
Okay.
I definitely wanted to have that influence, and so I think he did a perfect job in bringing sort of an international love type feeling to that song. So
all the songs for this new album are on YouTube, and I got to tell you, like, every single one that I heard, every single song on the album, and I'm not. This is like no smoke or anything. I think every one of them is a hit. I really do. It doesn't feel like a CD that's like, oh, let's give them one or two good ones, and then we'll just stuff it with a bunch of whatevers. You know, like every song sounds like a hit to me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that means a lot to me.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. So I like to also ask some fun questions of the people that are on my podcast. Questions that are outside of the box, so to speak, because, you know, we know you as a songwriter, performer, musician, all that kind of stuff. But these questions are a little bit more personal, but they're fun. They're not like super personal. So we're
okay.
Let's go down this road and let's see if we can have some fun with this. So let's ask this. Let me start with this. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got an ooh out of you. All right.
I think it would be...
I've heard so many great answers. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. I'm going to tell you mine. I say this every time I ask this question. For me, I wish I could eat whatever I wanted without gaining any weight.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Ooh, now that makes me think.
But there's also, I've heard, not to like, I'm just going to give you some examples so that maybe gets the wheels turning. I've heard someone say, I'd like a reset button. So
Wow.
you make a mistake, you can reset it for maybe 10 seconds or 15 minutes or whatever it is. I like a reset button.
Wow.
What are some of the other ones? Another one said they would like to be able to transport because they like to travel. He's in a long-distance relationship, but he hates having to go to the airport, wait in line, sit on the plane, all that kind of stuff. He just wants to snap his fingers and be there. So there's all kinds of fun answers out there. So think about that one. We'll get back to it.
Okay.
Let me ask you a different one then. In the meantime, but think about the first one. Okay, so here's the next one. If you could spend time with anyone, dead or alive, real or fictitious,
Wow.
who would you choose?
You know, I think I honestly would love to go back and spend some time with my great-grandfather.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm going to give you a high five for that.
Thank
You know
you
what?
so much.
Because that's my answer.
Uh-huh.
My answer is a great-grandfather or a great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah. Yeah, my great-grandfather, he died when I was about, I think I want to say I was like 7 maybe. I never really got to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Like a real conversation.
Yeah.
And he was an amazing man, and I didn't find that out until I got older.
Yeah.
And so I would love to go back in time, ask him for his advice,
Oh,
and
I love it.
just share those special moments with him.
I love that. Yeah, I want to learn more about my roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any information past my grandparents. And I'd love to meet their grandparents and their grandparents and know about my family.
Right.
You know?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Okay, so if a movie were to be made about your life, who do you think should play you?
Oh, wow. That's a hard one.
Right. I always say The Rock because, we kind of look the same, right?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You know what?
They don't have to look like you. It could be somebody that you like, somebody that you say, you know what? So what if they don't look like me? I like this person. I want to play me.
Okay. You know what then? She does not look anything like me, but I think she kills it on the screen. And because she's a singer, I would love it if J-Lo could play me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. See?
I think
That's
she's
perfect.
I
That's a
think
great
she's
answer.
dope.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Then you'd be a fly girl too. Right?
Yes.
See? Okay, so let me ask you. Let me get one more. Is that all right? Okay, so one more. This one is fun. I think it could be fun. It also could be, I don't know, however you want to make it. What's the one thing about you that you think your fans would find the most surprising?
The most surprising. I am very clumsy.
Okay.
I fall a lot. I have so many awkward stories of times that I have fallen or dropped something or tripped over something that, I'm very clumsy.
Okay. Now, if you weren't doing music, what do you think you would be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, I would love to be a chef. I love cooking. I love baking.
I like that too.
I love everything about it.
Awesome.
And I love food.
Do you normally cook at home?
I do.
What's your specialty? Do you have a specialty?
I love making curry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love curry. What kind of curry?
I put like the curry with the bamboo and it's like the
Is it like a yellow
like
curry?
the Thai curry.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. All right, cool. All right, so that superhero question or the superpower question, have you
Okay.
thought about it?
I'm ready.
All right. So, if you could have any superpower, what would that be?
I would love the ability to bring peace to any situation.
Oh, see, I love that. That's great. That's great.
I am a person who loves and loves hard, and I'm a person who I've got love for everyone, and so I would love that superhero party.
Very cool. Very cool. So tonight we are at the House of Blues, as we mentioned before. We've got Sammy J here. We've got Swells here. And can you tell us a little bit about what to expect for tonight's show? Are you going to be doing anything with them? Is that a
Maybe.
secret? Okay, all right. It's a secret.
Possible. But during my set, you can expect women empowerment. You can expect a lot of good vibes, a good time, and lots of energy.
Very cool, very cool. So Before we wrap up, tell us what's the future of Analea Brown. Do we have a tour or anything coming up for the Queendom album?
Right now, I am working on a few projects. I am. I like keeping things under wraps. I like surprising people.
Okay, so we're going to tell people to just check your social media, right? You're going to surprise them. Let's throw that out there, your social media, website, and all that, so if people want to find you.
Yeah, you can find me on all my social media, Analea Music or Analea Brown, and my website, analeabrown.com, and yeah.
Perfect. And for all our listeners out there that have any questions, comments, or just want to leave a shout out, follow us on Instagram at Polynesian Pop. You can leave a question, comment, or shout out for Analea Brown on our group page inside the Desert Oasis Room on Facebook. Check out some of our episodes also at desertoasisroom.com. Thank you so much, Analea.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Aloha.
Was an irie kind of morning after a kind of irie night. My reggae on the radio, a kind of natural high. Cause when that bass line hit, you said it just make you feel right. So keep that reggae spinning, we can turn it up all night. Cause we're jamming with Bob and cool on the pace with Gregory. Seriously catch a fire. My sweet darling Fiji, let your music make you move and turn up, my reggae music, my reggae music, turn up, my reggae music, my reggae music. I feel like skanking to that one drop. Roots rockin', knocking to rock steady. Ooh, just close your eyes and let your rhythms take you over. Dubstep and getting hot and heavy. We're jamming with Bob and cool on the pace with Gregory. Seriously catch a fire with my sweet darling.